Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people? It's Doorshutter coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack. Today is episode 14, and there is no Enigmatica 9 today just because I haven't had time to sit down and record. Usually I record about 3 or 4 hours of footage, cut it down to about 30 minutes because some of it's quite boring. And since I had that vacation last week, I really didn't have Saturday and Sunday available to actually get on the server and start recording that. So, we're doing a Direwolf20 episode this Friday, and I know a lot of the creators that were originally on E9E or the Enigmatica 9 TACSMP have stepped away from the pack because it's kind of boring. It's very quest-driven, and so, you know, it may be on Fridays, it may never come back. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't made up my mind. I enjoy the pack, but I just don't have a lot of time to play it because I'm doing 2 other series on top of it. So, I mean, if you guys want to see E9E continue, do leave a comment down below because I would love to hear your feedback. If you don't want it to continue, also voice your feedback in the comments below. But let's get into this. So, we're going to look at Mechanism. Mechanism is one of the interesting mods because it's one of the more flushed out tech mods that is available as of current. Thermal's not. We have Ender.io, which I wouldn't say is fully flushed out as it used to be, but they're working on it. So one of the reasons we want to get into Mechanism is the digital miner. The digital miner will allow for us to get tons and tons of different resources throughout the world with very little effort. But we're going to have to put some effort into getting this because it's quite expensive. We need atomic alloy, basic control circuits, and teleportation cores, and also, of course, more atomic alloys and stuff like that. Also, Mechanism has been somewhat retextured. Not everything has been retextured, but quite a lot of it has. So that's actually a pretty cool thing as well. So, atomic alloy is metallurgic infusers. We're going to have to get into the infusing factories and all of that stuff to get here. Refined obsidian. We'll get to it, okay? But here's the thing with the digital miner. It needs quite a lot of power. And what I'm going to attempt to do is either get the gas burning generator or get a higher tier solar panel so we can actually run this. Either putting the solar panels wirelessly into the Aether or the mining dimension. Either or, those are both daylight dimensions until you kill the sun god in the Aether, which then prevents it from being daytime, I believe, permanently. So we're not going to do that yet, but those are options, and these are really, really decent panels. So the tier 1 is kind of garbage. It's the first tier, but to get the second tier, we need to have 8 surrounding a piston to get 1 tier 2 solar panel. The next, we're going to need 32 tier 1's solar panels to get a tier 3, which will get 2 of those. And then 2 of these, so you'll need 2 operations. So you'll need 64 of these solar panel tier 1s to get 2 solar panel 4s, and it continues on like this. So you're going to have to keep crafting this, and I would suggest AE2 to craft this, but we're going to do it on manually because I don't have AE2. But yeah, that's going to be the progression to get that. Because if we look at doing gas burning, because we're going to need a high power source, we're going to have to look at ethylene. If I can spell it correctly, let's just look up Mechanism eth. There we go. So ethylene, which is hydrogen and or water, says it here, accepts Minecraft water. Hydrogen and biofuel. Biofuel is coming from crushing organic material. This comes from separating water into oxygen and hydrogen. And so, yeah, it's a lot of Mechanism. I don't want to get into it too much to get just power right now, so I want to look at solar panels, okay? So I've already made some mirrors here. I'm actually going to make a handful more, because I know we're going to need quite a lot of these. So let's make some solar panels, toss all this in here, and it looks like we're going to need some more planks. Also, I quickly wanted to mention, I have made it downstairs with all of our goodies in it. Ender chests and all. So that is fantastic. So we actually have access to this, but I'm just going to come down here and quickly transform these into planks just to make things easier. Okay. And then open this up, drop these in here. let's get rid of these so we actually can use normal planks. We'll grab this mirror again. Okay, and that is 64 and 1. That's fine. Okay, so let's upgrade this to tier 2s, which we're just going to need a ton of pistons here. Perfect. And I think, well, yeah, we need the photovoltaic cells. I forgot about those. Certain tiers have those as well. Man, this is the joys of manual crafting, right? 6 of these, I think, for right now. To get 2 of them. And then these can then make the next tier. Guess we only really needed 1 of those, right? No, we need 3 of those. Glass. Also, you will notice that with the Ars Nueva storage lectern, it's not really that compatible with JEI when crafting. It becomes apparent whenever you see that I can just shift-click in a recipe, and usually it doesn't work that way with JEI. You kind of need to have everything. With Ad Astra, not Ad Astra, goodness gracious, Ars Nueva, it doesn't do that. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. All right, also I was getting some gold here because I was running low on it. Went to the nether, did the old squeezer method here, which is a fantastic way to get some. Real nice and quick. All right, let's get 1 more of these. To get 1 more of these. To then get 2 solar panel V... What is that? 4? So this only generates 128 FE a tick. And overall, it transfers 1,024 FE a tick. With a capacity of 2 million. So that might sound like a little bit. Which it is. It really is a small amount per... so let's see. Solar Flux Reborn. We do have the ability to get different things. So here's efficiency. Increase the amount of FE generated by 5%. I don't remember how much these actually stack, but they are expensive. Transfer rate, capacity upgrade, machine traversal. Distributes energy to connected machines in a 5-block radius. Dispenses energy to nearby players in a 16-block. Wirelessly transmit energy to a specific block in a 16-block range. Accumulates energy to heat vanilla furnaces. So we kind of want to get this, which is going to take a little bit of things to do. I think we'll start off with 8 of these and see where that takes us. Okay, so let's make a couple more mirrors here. So 8. Okay, so we're out of mirrors again. I'm just hoping I don't run out of iron. Okay, because I don't remember how many can fit in here. I don't think it tells us. Okay, so let's go to the mining dimension real fast. So if we were to put this down, you can see we immediately start generating FE. So what we need this to be able to do is basically get probably a tier 7 or 8 and then have a ton of those. Or we could go higher than this one. I think there was a higher tier. No, this is the highest tier because this requires the dragon eggs. Yeah. But remember, you can also put these efficiency upgrades on these as well. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and figure out how many efficiency upgrades can fit in this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's 20 per generator, and basically that doubles what it currently makes. So for example, this would be 1,024 per a solar panel if we had 20 efficiency upgrades. So for this one, we produce 32,768 times 2. That is 65,000 FE a tick. That's not terrible, but of course you'd want to get multiple. And at the point of being able to get this one, you should be able to craft these easily. Okay? So, yeah, you can see, I mean, we've made 500,000 in no time really at all. But let's go back. I'm going to craft up probably tier 5, maybe tier 6 if I can afford it. And I'll be right back here in a second. Alright, so I got up to tier 6, and I just found a list. I don't know how accurate it is, but it seems a little bit more accurate than kind of just counting it myself. So, in total, for tier 1 to get to tier 8, you need 1,024 basic solar panels. So, tier 1 solar panels. Which then equates to 128 tier 2, 32 tier 3s, 16 tier 4s, 8 tier 5s, 4 tier 6s, 2 tier tier 7s, and then that'll equal 1 tier 8. I don't know how accurate that is, because I think what this person was doing is crafting operations and not the actual amount you get. Because let me look at something here. Because the solar panel, Solar Flux, this solar panel here, the tier 8, requires 4, or it still requires 4. So I'm not sure how accurate this is or how old this one is. But it makes some sense to me because you basically just need to double. So about like 2,000. Actually, the 1,024 seems right because you would need to craft 8 to get that. Let's see. So that's 128 crafting operations of the solar panels. And like this whole thing, I'll leave this in the description, by the way, just so you guys can see it. It breaks down all of the basic resources. And you would need about 2,473 iron ingots to get this all completed. So we're going to stick with these two, the tier 6s, because I'm not going to go any further as of current. And let's go plop this down in here. So one thing I did forget is that these are somewhat multi-block-ish. So this is producing, in total, about 8,000 FE per tick now, with both of these combined. Let's see. So this has a transfer capacity of 16,000 FE a tick, as well as a 32,000 or 32 million FE buffer. Okay, can I throw this in here? Oh, I could just straight charge my mining laser in one of these, which is pretty cool. I didn't even know I could do that. All right, so we need to get energy storage. What kind of energy storage do we want to look at? I know we have... Oh, yeah, we have to go into the overworld for this. I forget. We do have Ender IOs, capacitors. I believe is what they're called. Yeah, basic capacitor bank. So if we grab up a handful of these, we'll just grab a couple flint and steels, and I will be right back. I just made this vibrant capacitor without realizing that it's pretty bad. It's only 4 million, but for right now, we'll just go with it. We'll grab pipes. We will quickly grab some basics. Upgrade these to improved. I think improved for right now. We're going to hop over here. And we're going to take these off the ground. Oh, I didn't know it rained in this dimension. I guess that might be a new thing. Interesting. So let's do create wrench, tap this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that affects it, but oh well. I mean, if we were really worried, do we have a rain shield? Yes, we do, actually. I'm curious if this will affect daylight here. Rain shield. Okay, let's pop back over here. Will this do anything for it? No. Okay. I was just curious. Might as well test it. So yeah, there's 4 million. These hold... So I'm guessing KFE. Because if we look up to the... I guess it's not showing it anymore. Okay, that's fine. We want to then look, I don't know, what kind of wireless do we have? Wireless, redstone, or not redstone, power. We probably have flux networks. Do we have anything else? It doesn't look like we have really anything else for wireless power. I mean, we probably have the entangloper, right? The entangloporter thing for mechanism. Ender IO probably has nothing. I wouldn't think. Oh, I forgot they actually have solar panels as well, but they do suck. Travel anchor, powered spawner, ME conduit. Yeah, I don't see anything in here for wireless power at least. I mean, the only thing we could look at is flux. But I'm kind of not wanting to do flux. I kind of wish there was something else. And we don't have power. RF. Oh, wait, hold on. These things. Do they work across dimensions? That's my question. We could look at this. It's not too expensive. We would just need the melting chamber and the solidification chamber. Let me get these 2 blocks. The recipes aren't too terrible. Let me craft them, get them placed down, and we can mess with them here real quick. Alrighty, so I've started smelting up some liquid magma. We're going to put the following items in here. Fire charge, redstone block, and gold ingot, and that'll start working. I also quickly went ahead and made a time in a bottle, just so that way we can kind of speed things along here. Just a little bit quicker. Nothing too fast. But this is giving us crystallized amber, which we then can use for, I mean, several things. There's actually quite a lot of uses for this stuff, which is fantastic. But we're looking for the wireless energy. This thing right here. So we do need one more comparator. We'll just grab a couple of those. Wireless energy. Let's bookmark this real fast. I don't know if this will work across dimensions. That's the other thing. I'm hoping it will, but I genuinely have no idea. So that's our biggest experiment right now, is that if this works, it'll be fantastic, but I don't know if it will, because we also need one other thing, which is the GPS cards. So GPS, this thing right here, which requires carbon paper. That'll give us 4 of those. So what I want to do is kind of figure out how this works. So I don't think I've used these in a while. So I want to pop over here. Can I just do... Oh, this is like toggling like a wrench. Oh, so just right-clicking on it does that? So if I do this... I don't think that's going to work that way. So what happens if I do this? Okay. So if I do a GPS card on this block, can I hop dimensions and do the following? No. So is it reverse? This may not even work, by the way. I'm genuinely just trying to figure out other ways of doing this without touching Flux, because we always touch Flux. That's the problem, is we always touch the Flux Networks mod whenever we want wireless power, and so I'm kind of just bored of it, you know? So I want to find a way around it. We've chunk loaded that area as well. I don't think this is going to work. Okay, let me look at this a little bit more and I'll be right back. Okay, we're actually going to try laser IO. I have not used this stuff before, but I knew it was in here. I just kind of remembered. So let's try this. Actually, hold on. Let me grab a couple more things. Jump in the gun here. We need some energy cards. Okay, let's grab 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, just in case. Probably some card overclockers. Okay. Let's just... 16, that'll work. So I don't know how this fully functions, but we're going to figure this out. So, laser node, advanced laser connector, and what we'll do is here, we'll do extract, card overclockers as much as we can, perfect. And then with our laser wrench, we're going to connect this to there. Do this, and I think all we need to do is basically pop over here and say we put this, let's quickly grab out a power cell that I just made from RF Tools Power, because I was just checking some things out. Put this on top, do this, okay, so that's not going to function like I'm thinking, because we need to actually put another laser node here, power cell there, and then connect that to that. Okay, and then energy input, I think. Do we have... Yeah, there we go. Is that going to work? It does not look like that's going to function. Why is that not going to function? So there's input. It's connected. Right? I'm not crazy. Everything looks connected. Do we need to set this to pull? Or push, technically, I think, right? And then go back into the overworld. Okay, it looks like I messed up and I accidentally linked that. So let's link this back. Travel one more time here. Okay, so this is working. And this thing only has 250 RF per tick, input and output, so it sucks. And it was quite expensive. But, oh well, it's a good thing we can use it to test. So we are able to transport power wirelessly without having like flux networks or anything, which for right now, I don't need flux networks. I really just need a way to slap down a laser node, attach it to the mechanism's digital miner, and we could call it good. So we've got power figured out, right? For the digital miner. That's all we've figured out so far. So next episode, we're going to do mechanism stuff and actually get into mechanism, unlike this episode where we got into Solar Flux Reborn. And hopefully we can get quite far into it. I'll probably skip around a little bit with the crafting and everything, so that way we are able to just kind of get everything done in an episode. But I probably will have to make a new building, which is going to be fantastic. I actually have to do some building. But yeah, thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.